Welcome back to Ben's Garage. We're in the garage with the Hobbit behind us. Got Peppy down here, he keeps me company in the garage. Come here then, mate. Say hello, mate. Say hello to people at home.
Hello, mate.
So we've had a couple of days in the garage. And the chicken shed. The plan was to get up here when it was raining, but I just had it in my head I wanted to get this workbench done. So if you follow me on social media, you'd have seen I put some pictures out where I put some OSB board up against the wall. I will show you as we're talking. Got a couple of LED strip lights up and also some power points, because you've got to have power on your workbench, haven't you? So up that end we've got a bench grinder, which it's not ideal. I'd ideally like one with two wheels on it facing the other way, but we do a lot of sharpening of stuff, so it is what it is. Chainsaw sharpener at that end. I've remounted the vise at this end. I had just had it in with some lag bolts, but they came loose, and so I've just drilled straight through the workbench, threaded bar. That's all fixed now. It's not bloody moving at all. I've just cleaned my glasses and I can't see jack shit now. Yeah, so we've had probably good, well, not a full 3 days, but, and it's just the amount of crap you chuck out. And you think, why did I keep that? So yeah, I've been going through tools. If they don't work, I've had a quick look at them, see if they work. If I can fix them, I've kept them. You know, I have fixed them. If they don't, they're going in the bin and they've gone. So we're in a right good clear out. I'll just show you around as we're talking. I did put out another community post the other day saying that if you've watched The World's Fastest Indian, Burt Munro, you'd have noticed in his workshop he had offerings to the god of speed, where, you know, he'd made his own pistons and this, that and the other, and they obviously expired as he was using them. Now, we're going to have something similar in this garage. We're going to have the shelf of shame. I'll show you down here. The first one, we've got a piston cylinder out of our Husqvarna chainsaw. This was at the old house. Tina was using the chainsaw cutting up firewood. She said, it's not running quite right, can you come and have a look? And then I thought, well, I didn't think she's put neat petrol in it. I thought, because it's got the auto-tune carburetor, when the air filter gets dirty, you run the chainsaw out, get it warm, and then you run it flat out and it auto-tunes itself. So if your air filter's a little bit dirty, the carburetor tunes itself to its situation, basically. So it wasn't running right, so I'm revving the absolute nuts off of this thing. And for whatever reason, I just, after it sort of started running like a pile of shit, I said to Tina, you did mix the petrol, didn't you? So that was one disaster. And then my brother, back in the UK, he was using Husqvarna parts, so he had a Husqvarna dealer near him. He went in, priced them up, and they didn't really want to sell him the parts. They said, oh, just buy a new chainsaw. That was 600 plus euros for that chainsaw. I'm not buying a new chainsaw just for a new bloody piston and cylinder. So I think we got the complete kit for about £180. My brother shipped it out here and we fixed it. So it's back up to, you know, back like new again. The other thing here is a piston on a crankcase. Now that came out of the Hobbit's old strimmer. It was getting really sort of hard to start, so I took it apart. It was absolutely coked up. Obviously 2-stroke. It just all gummed up, so I thought, right, I pulled it all apart, and I thought, well, I'll soak it in some vinegar, because vinegar does a pretty good job of clearing stuff off. Anyway, I popped it in the vinegar, went out of the garage, shut the garage up, and totally forgot all about it. Anyway, probably close to a fortnight later, I'm like, shit, that piston's still in the vinegar. Came back out, took the lid off, pulled it out, absolutely no piston rings, they'd gone. The small end bearing that obviously holds the piston to the conrod, gone. There's a little case in there. And like the main end bearing from the crankshaft to the conrod, gone. So vinegar is some pretty vicious stuff. Ideally, I do want to get an ultrasonic cleaner for that sort of thing, where you can just put it in there 15 minutes, half hour, and it cleans everything up for those sort of jobs. But yeah, that was my big mistake, and it just wasn't worth sourcing parts for that, so that's why we ended up with a new strimmer. So yeah, those two items will be going on the shelf of shame. But yeah, these other things I know, there's some Range Rover fog light surrounds. Now, any of you eagle-eyed viewers, when Sam was over here, may noticed that one of Sam's front fog lights was missing a surround. I believe he fitted some new fog lights in it, and he lost it, and one fell off and it disappeared. So I said, I've got some somewhere. We looked everywhere for them, could not bloody find them. Because I've got the chrome ones, because our car's got a few chrome embellishments. We've got the chrome side step tube things. We got the chrome strip across the front. It already had chrome side vents on it. So I thought a couple of nice little bits of chrome on it would finish it off. So I put chrome fog lights around. So these ones are the original ones. So I'll ship those over to Sam at some point when I get paid next month. So keep an eye out for them, Sam. Other than that, we are just having a right de-junk in the garage and a bit of a sort out. A lot of stuff's gone into the cow shed, chicken shed. But now I can get to all my top. Like we had all the greenhouse thing, that's up the top there now. That was all that lot was just dumped in front of the hydraulic press here. So if I wanted to use it, I couldn't. So that's all available now to me to get to. I've still got a hell of a lot of tidying up to do in it. And then we've got this Panda to get sorted and out and CT'd. So that's our next plan of action, really. We have been spending quite a bit of time splitting firewood. I will do, when we go back to the house, I'll show you around the stove. I think I did a video over on our other channel, Our Small Farm in France, but I'll pop into the barn, show you all the plumbing, and then we'll just have a look at the stove and finish the video off in there. But yeah, for up in the garage, it's starting to take shape, and it'd be nice to come up here to a nice clear workbench and be able to put something on there and take it apart and fix it. So yeah, right, let's go back to the house. So that's the oven, it's all in. It's plumbed in so that we can still use the oil as well. This oven is 27 kilowatts, so that's 20 kilowatts for the heat side and 7 kilowatts, I suppose, for the the cooking side of it. Obviously, you get a lot of heat off of the front of it as well. When that's going, we've got the thermostat, which is over the back there on the flow pipe. So as the hot water comes out, we've got that set to 35 degrees because we had a bit of experimenting, and when it was getting like really hot, the pump would kick in, and then as water was coming back cold, it would cut in and out. So we set it quite low so that the oven can just tick over, and it's pumping water around the house, and it's getting like 24 degrees in here, and we're having to open the door to the barn, and the Hobbit puts that little fan on the top, blowing the hot air into the barn because it's getting quite warm. But it's doing a bloody good job. Yeah, so well recommended. And so that's going to be it for this little update. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next video. Bye for now.